Yo, what's going on, Geminites? Your boy Gem Mint. We're in South Florida, Lauderhill at TATE'S Comics, my favorite comic shop. We're about to go in here and give a whole tour of the building, so stay tuned. Alright guys, like one of the first sections you see when you walk in and you hang to the right, they have their statues and they have the key issues. Now right now there is a comic convention going on in Miami, so a lot of the key issues have been taken to the convention. But even if that wasn't the case, everything in here is rotated in and out, man. They don't sit on keys, they're not overpriced. These books are always priced to move. So right now you can see, you got some, Killing Joke, some Marvel Team Up 141, first appearance of Iron Fist, so little kind of keys. But I've seen AF-15s in here, I've seen huge books in this case. And then over here with the statues, I used to come look at these statues before I got into collecting. So I used to always look at them like they were super unobtainable, they were expensive. But when I found out about, payment plans with Sideshow, kind of how I got into it. But I used to come here on the weekend and just check out the statues and dream of what would be.
Who done it? 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 Who done it?
Alright, so the cool thing about Tate's, and like one of the first things I noticed when I started coming here, is they have these individual sections of like themes, right? So you have like the Ninja Turtle section, you have the Transformers, the G.I. Joe, and they have all the old school action figures, they have all the trade paperbacks, hardcover, collected editions, and sometimes they have the original never opened boxes of like play sets and stuff from the early 90s. So very dope stuff. The other thing about Tate's is they get rid of stuff. None of the stuff sits on the shelves for years, so you never know what they're gonna have. They're always getting new collections and selling things, and we'll talk about how they do that a little bit later on.
Who done it?
All right, cool. So in the middle here, you have all the back issues. You have these pull-out drawers. And what's cool about each section, you'll see they have like themed cases with like minor key issues. So like back here is like your Cable and Deadpool stuff. Right here you look like you have some Batman stuff. And they even kind of break it down for you, like all the Deadpool first appearances in all different titles. So it's kind of cool how they have these little sections. You'll see that throughout the store.
Who done it?
Alright guys, so you can see through the walkthrough, they have all the new comics along the back of the wall. The stuff that came out this week, they put all in the front here, so you can see these Walking Dead grab bags. You can see all the new stuff that came out, and we'll pan over and we'll show you all the recent releases that are all lined up against the wall. Also, what's cool about this area, they have all the new Omnibus, Absolutes, box sets, collected editions here as well. So sometimes I would come in here and see something that I didn't order on IST, and I was able to flip through it or look at it and decide if I wanted to get it. Kind of like this right here. I was eyeballing this Mario encyclopedia. Seeing it in person, I'm gonna have to see if I'm gonna get it.
Who done it? 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 Who done it?
edition section, this was my go-to. They got, as you've seen, aisles of hardcover books, trade paperbacks, and this is where I used to come to hunt down those books that were out of print. They were no longer on in-stock trades, and I used to spend hours in here, hunting down whales. So this is it for me, man.
Who done it? 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 Who done it?
Alright guys, so I wanted to talk about this little section right here. So I mentioned inside that they don't just sit on merchandise. They have 2 tent sales a year where everything in the store is 50% off, except I think statues are like 10% off. I'm talking key issues, anything in the store, comic books, toys, action figures, and they have a lot of stuff going on outside. But what I wanted to say is that one time, me and my boy pulled up a couple lounge chairs out here, and we stayed out overnight like we were waiting for new Jordans or something. And as soon as they opened the door, we went in there, bought all the wall books off the wall, 50% off. Also, those long boxes in there that you pull out, and every weekend I would hit the shop digging in them long boxes for key issues, stuff that I would get CGC, and it was a good time, man. Now, the other thing I want to show you guys is the gaming satellite. So they have an entirely different store dedicated for gaming. Most comic book people ain't trying to go to a comic book shop that has people playing board games all in the middle, so they just separated that all together. We'll take a quick look at it. It's right next door.
Who done it?
guys, that was TATE'S Comics. Like I said, this is my favorite comic shop. They have everything, man. They have the key issues, statues, all the hardcovers, the back issues, and a bunch of miscellaneous stuff for the family. Let me know what you guys think of the shop. Drop me a comment below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more local comic shop spotlights and daily content. Peace.